Shalom family, this video is for Libras. Um, you know, I think growing up in a Caribbean family, particularly Haitian, growing up, you always love, well, at least I always love to listen to the stories of the elders, right? You listen to story time and you just totally enjoy story time, right? And one of the things they always say is that when you meet people, sometimes you don't know who you're meeting, right? You have to be careful how you talk to them. Be careful how you respond to them. Be careful some of the things you say or do, because you don't know. And some people like to test people's strength. They're like, I'm big and bad, and I can do this, and you can't, and right? But we really do have to be very careful who we, how we respond to people, because there are some people who you encounter, they're not who they are. A lot of time, my brothers and sisters, you talking is not you talking, it's your spirit talking. So sometimes you can think you hear something and it's, it may offend you. You don't know in what context, right? It's best to ask questions before you react, because we can get ourselves in messes that we can't get ourselves out, right? So always remember to be slow to anger, quick to listen, and be slow to anger and get upset, because you never know. You just never know. And sometimes the person may say something to you and it's not even a bad thing, or it's not against you, or maybe it's not even about you. So, and then try not to take people things seriously, not so much seriously, but take it personal, right? When somebody says something to you, sometimes they're not talking about you, they're talking about themselves, right? But if they are saying something to you about you, don't take it personal. Just take it as a way to improve yourself. If not, if you don't see anything in it, just say, hey, you know what? Throw it in the backyard, in the back of you, and say, be gone. That's it. Sometimes we don't need to fight. Sometimes we just don't need to fight. Just because somebody says something you don't like it, you don't need to fight that person. Just move on. And I think that's what we need to do. And I think that's one of the problems that we have. We always have to, show our muscles, and it's not necessary to always show your muscles, okay? And it's stronger for you to walk away than stand. If you stay, is a little bit weak when you fighting a battle that's not going anywhere, and you standing there and sitting there and trying to. It just proves that you're not, you have not elevated, because we're constantly elevating. So therefore, we have to be smart and intelligent. I don't want to say so much intelligent, but we have to be strategic, right? We have to be strategic on the things that we do. Okay, when you walk into a place and you see something that doesn't pertain to you, just move on. Sometimes it's better to walk away than to just sit there and just trying to figure out what that is, right? And if you already if you see someone weaker than you, you already know you won, right? If you say something and that person is struggling, you already know you won. So why fight a battle when you already won the battle? Just move on, right? Or the war, move on. Just some fight just don't need to be had. So just connect with you and know when to go through and when not to. Know when to close your door, when not to close it, when to open, right? Know who your friends are. And I'm not talking about people you known all your life. Well, I've known this person for a long time. That person, know who your friends are. You know, sometimes the enemy makes do things to you to confuse you. Like the enemy would confuse you with would make you think your friends are your enemies, your true friends are your enemies, and your enemies are your true friends to confuse you so you can go down. Especially when they see your light, when they see you shining and you elevating, that's when they keep coming. The higher you get, the higher, my people, the higher you get, the harder they come. But I find if you keep the Most High first in your life, if you trust the Most High with all of your heart, with everything, the Father would know in your heart if He can trust you. Once He trusts you and the Spirit trusts you, the ancestors all trust you. They know you can do this. Believe me when I say this. You don't have to worry about anything. You walk out there, you already have protection. Why? Because they trust you. You have been proven to be trusted. Okay? So just my 2 cents, I don't know who needs to hear it, but I just thought I'd put that out there. And if I get anything else, I'll try to bring it to you guys, okay? All right, so number 10 is Libra, right? Is neutrum phosphoricum, not phos. Okay, phosphate of sodium. Body part affected. Oh, I wanted to. Okay, let me read this first because I like to read this and then talk about the body parts and stuff like that, right? Because I don't want to. Okay, so Libra, September 23rd to October 23rd, right? This alkaline cell salt is made from bone ash or by neutralizing orthophosphoric acid with carbonate of sodium. Libra is the Latin word meaning scale or balance. Again, yesterday we talked about balance, right? Okay, sodium or natrum phosphate holds the balance between acid and the normal fluid of the human body. Acid is organic and can be chemically split into 2 or more elements. Those destroy the formula that makes the chemical rate of motion called acid. A certain amount of acid is necessary and is always present in the blood, nerves, stomach, and liver fluid. Okay, so remember, acid breaks down, helps break down the food and stuff like that. So you need it. You just don't need it to be too much, right? Just like you need the good and the bad bacteria in order for you to have a healthy stomach and healthy body. Okay. A certain amount of acid is necessary and always present in blood, nerve. Okay, I said that. The apparent excess of acid is nearly always due to deficiency in all in the alkaline Libra salt. So the cell salt that Libra have, right? So that's number 10, right? Acid is a alchemical lore is represented as Saturn, while sodium, Saturn, while sodium phosphate symbol Christ, Venus, an absent of the Christ principle, gives license to Satan to run riot in the holy temple. Now let me read that again because that's a very interesting thing to say and an interesting way to put it, right? So acid is alchemical lore. It represented as Satan. So acid is represented as Satan, right? Saturn. While sodium phosphate symbol Christ, Venus, an absent of the Christ principle give license to Satan to riot in the holy temple. That's deep. So what I'm getting is that acid is kind of, it brings you back to like you can't, like the E's and the Z's, and that you can't cure shadow by using chemical, but by turning the light, then you have no more shadow. But if you turn off the light, then you have a shadow, right? Not completely, but but this is saying that the absent, right? So it says here, an absent of the Christ principle give license to Satan to run riot in the holy temple. That means acid. If you don't have the excuse me, I don't know why I do this every time I'm on this channel. I mean, I'm doing this. An absent of not false means that you are giving acid a leeway to run rampant, to just create havoc in your body, right? That's what he's saying. But he's saying, is looking at it in the spiritual way. It's like saying the holy, if you don't have, acid, excuse me, Satan is considered, is representing acid, and Christ is representing the not false in your holy temple. So if you don't have Christ, if you don't have your big brother, you don't put him right next to you to protect you, then acid is going to run rampant. Satan is going to run rampant and create riot around you, and then you won't have no peace, right? So it's a good way to put it. I hope I kind of helped you guys a little bit, right? So the advent of Christ drives the evil out with a whip of thongs. Reference to the temple in the figurative language of the Bible and the New Testament always symbols the human organism. Know ye not that your bodies are the temple of the living God? Solomon's temple is an allegory of the physical body of men and women. Sound of men's temple, the house, church, bath, or temple made without sounds of saw or hammer. Hate, envy, criticism, jealous, competition, selfishness, war, suicide, and murder are largely caused by acid condition of the blood, producing changes by chemical position and irritation of the brain cell, the key upon which soul plays divine harmonies, or play fantastic tricks before high heaven, according to the arrangement of chemical molecules in the wondrous laboratory of the soul. So I want to read this a little bit again. Hate, envy, criticism, jealousy, competition, selfishness, war, suicides, and murder are largely caused by acid condition of the blood, producing changes by chemical poisons and irritation of the brain cells, the key upon which soul play divine harmonies or play fantastic trick before high heaven, according to the arrangement of chemical molecules in the wonders laboratory of the soul. Without a proper balance of the Venus salt, the agent of peace and love, man is fit for treason, stratagems, and spoil. The people of the world never needed the alkaline or Libra salt more than they do at the present time. The people of the world, the people of the world today never needed The alkaline or Libra salt more than they do at this present time, which is true. While wars and rumors of wars strut upon the stage of life, I guess this is a book, Stage of Life. It says in 1918. The sun enters Libra September 23rd and remains until October 23rd. Governing planet Venus. Gem, diamonds, and opal. Astral colors are black, crimson, and light blue. Libra is an air sign. In Bible alchemy, Libra represent Reuben, the first son of Jacob. Reuben means vision of the sun. Vision of the sun. And in the symbolism of the New Testament, Libra correspond with the disciple Peter. Remember, the discipulus in Latin means student. So I'm guessing that disciples means student. The student of Jesus or brother. You know, Yahweh Shai or big brother. Peter is derived from Petra, a stone or a mineral. On the Peter mineral will I build my church. His breath, house, body, or temple. You hear that? That's deep. Let me drink some water. That's deep. Deeper than deep. Deeper, deeper, deeper than deep. Okay. So now, body part affected are nerves, muscle, joint, and digestive organ, right? Acid neutralizes, promote liver and gallbladder function, which aid in the breaking down of fats and the assimilation of nutrients, disperses lactic acid, which can build up in muscles, causing stiffness and paralysis, right? So the deficiency symptoms, stiffness, swelling of joint, acidic blood condition, okay. I'm gonna try to figure out what that one is. Right, we're gonna surgery. Okay, let's look it up. Rheumatism. I think that's what rheumatism. I just want to make sure you guys that rheumatism. I just want to make sure that I'm always, I said it right. There we go. Rheumatism. Okay, rheumatism. So it's rheumatism. Okay. Rheumatism, lumbago, worms. You know, when we have worms. Golden yellow coating at the foot of the tongue. Ingestions, poor sleep, wake up with ingestions and gout, okay? Mental deficiency include irritability, tension, crabbiness, argumentative tendencies, irritable. Children are often benefit by this remedy, right? So if it's, kids, function of is to keep the body more alkaline than acidic by absorbing carbonic acid and eliminating it through the respiratory system. This tissue salt not fast promote this function. Food source: lentils, spinach, rosehip, oat, olives. I eat olives all the time. Olive, carrots, rice. Those of you who eat rice, Caribbean people and African people love rice. We love rice. Rice is like, ooh, we have to have rice. If we don't have rice, you see that? Rice is good. Celery, red beets, right? Love beets. Apple, peaches, apricot, lemons, papaya, grapes, watermelon, and the spice coriander, cumin, anise, and ginger. Get all of that. It balances the acid, right? Okay, not-phos and mog-phos are precursors of all the cell salt. They should be taken together before or along with any cell salt regimen. I recommend you guys take all freaking all 3 of them, right? I would say take all 12 of them, not 3. What I'm talking about. All 3 of them. There was one that I always do. I haven't done this in so long that I think. Let me see. I always do that. I always do that one. Give me a second, you guys. I want to do the last one I always do, or did I stop doing that? I don't know. Okay. That's not it. I'm wondering what I did with that, you know? Because sometimes okay. That's a different thing. Oh, this is different things altogether. Why am I going here? This is so different. This is a different things altogether. I'm trying to. Okay, you guys. Then that's it. Let's do that. Let's keep it moving. This is what Libra. Let's see what Libra over here is number 10. Okay. So yeah. So key symptoms on this one: heartburn, belching, ingestions, baby colic, weight gain, rheumatism, pain, joint pain. And to find out if this person has a deficiency of it, they have blackhead, greasy skin, dropping cheek, and double chin. All right, you guys. Shalom. I love you guys. The spirit guy and the our protectors, our ancestors, our angel love us more than I love you guys, but the Most High love you more than everyone. Remember, the Father loves us, okay?